forgot. Okay, cats and kittens, here we go. You good to go, Amanda? We have everybody in.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Amanda Rosenfeld. I am the YAF Young Architect Forum Chair for AIA Miami, and we're excited to have you all at our virtual MCHarry Office crawl. I will pass it over to them in a few seconds, but I just wanted to let everybody know about some upcoming events. Our first one, which is the most exciting one, is October 3rd. It's our virtual design gala. It's going to be really fun. I'm really excited. I already have my partial dress because they don't need to see my pants on Zoom. And then we're going to be hosting on October 17th a virtual version of Seek Miami, which is our annual scavenger hunt. So look forward to that as well. And I just want to thank MCHarry and Women in Architecture Committee for putting on this event, and hopefully soon we can do an in-person office crawl with y'all. So I will pass it over to Naomi Harris.
Gosh, sorry. Good thing by now I know about the whole mute thing, right? Welcome. I am one of the project managers at MCHarry. And before Lourdes introduces our firm and gives you an overview and takes you on a tour of our firm, we're going to have a drinking game. But that just means that everybody has to put their video on. Nobody wanted to show their face. Is that you, Amanda, who's doing that, or that's them? No?
Hi.
Hi. Hi, Garni. So we're going to have a drinking game of Have You Ever, PG version.
That's it. I'm out.
That's it. You're out?
No funny.
Couldn't you just, I'm not sure everybody heard you, Naomi. Unmute yourselves and let's see your video. We want to see your faces.
Yeah, it's a crawl, you know. If we were in person, we would be seeing you all. So to start with a drinking game, did everybody have a drink? Because I mean, it's an office crawl, a bar crawl, office crawl. No? Nobody has their thing. Okay, fine. Well, you know what? Let's not do the drinking game.
I do.
Well, you know what? I will still drink though. Cheers, Lourdes.
Cheers.
And Craig. We actually made mojitos in the office for those that are in here. I was actually going to have to drink a lot because a lot of these things on here I've done. Have you ever eaten a whole cake by yourself, or have you ever eaten Nutella directly from the jar? So yeah, I would have been there.
Oh, come on. We got to hear them. Play them anyhow.
You got to hear that.
Do it anyhow.
Yeah, I agree.
Those were the only fun ones, actually. Other than, have you ever broken something really expensive? I have. Broken a bone. Have you ever done something that your parents will never know about? I think all of us would drink. Have you ever slept outside? Lourdes has many times.
On church steps.
Oh.
Have you ever, other than Amanda, because I already asked her this before, and you know she's so good. Have you ever cut class, skipped a class?
Yes.
Yes. There we go. See?
Yes, many times.
You, Gary, you skipped a class?
Yeah, I'm surprised by that, Gary.
I'm very impressed with that.
I have. I'm not proud of it, but I have.
I am very, very impressed. Have you ever been stuck in an elevator?
Yes.
I had to call fire rescue for that?
No.
Okay, I'll drink twice on those
I
things.
panicked.
You panic. I think we all panic in those
Yeah.
things. Okay, what about the whole Nutella from the jar thing? I've done that.
Yeah.
Yes. Or peanut butter, but Nutella is nice. So, all right. So, have you guys, you know how to do the whiteboard? I'm going to randomly give each person a Pictionary question, think word, and you're going to draw it, and we're all going to guess. Now, Amanda and I have this debate going that we need to do random words or if we could do architecture words. So I don't know. I'm going to start with some architecture words. How about that, Amanda?
I think that's a good
you
one.
kind of. Okay. All right. So I'm going to start with, I'm going to pick on people in my office just so we can get the ball rolling. I'm going to go Judith first. Are you ready, Judith?
Wait, no, I wasn't paying attention. What do I have to do?
You weren't paying attention. I'm going to give you a word and you have to draw it.
Okay.
Naomi, are you going to share the whiteboard on the screen? So that you can-
I don't know how to do that. Each person usually does that on their own. No?
Oh no, you can share your whiteboard and then just get that one person to annotate.
Okay, so, oh my goodness, we should have gone through this before.
Not even sure where I
How
go.
do you do that?
Here, I can do it. It's okay.
So sorry. Oh, here we go. Share whiteboard.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. Okay. So, Judith, you have your word. And anybody can just shout out what the answer is.
Wait, how do what do I have to touch to draw?
You have to go up to the top and say annotate.
That's what happened.
This one can be really simple, but as architects, we kind of tend to overthink things.
Do I have a? Okay, can you see
Yeah.
that?
Okay. Yes. Perfect. Go.
Get it? Okay.
Nose.
I don't know what you're doing, Judith.
Wheelchair.
Oh, ADA, handicap, wheelchair.
Yes, you're right.
Accessible.
This is fun.
Not yet? Well,
Okay,
not
yes,
yet?
that was good. Craig, you won.
Which one?
Craig, ADA. It was actually ADA or handicap. Okay, I'm going to give one to Cheetah. I hope I have that name correct. This one is very easy. Is that okay? All right. I
Do I
just
have
sent
to
it
close?
to you.
Do I have to close something? No, yeah.
All right, so Cheetah should have it.
Wait, how do I do it?
Go up to the top and say annotate and just draw.
Oh, okay.
Draw.
Like anything just architecture related?
No, I just sent it to you. I just sent it to you in the chat.
Oh, never mind.
Like your,
Huh.
yeah, closet.
Okay, got it. Pen. This one's gonna be easy.
We hope.
Pyramid.
Pyramid. I gave this one. Okay, this one is for Craig, the real Craig, not the Midori Craig. Because
I was going to say Midori, you need to change your name.
Okay. All right, Craig.
Oh my God, wait.
There are many Craig cards. How many Craig cards are there?
I don't know.
Craig, you sent the link to everybody
Yeah,
again,
no.
didn't you?
Midori.
No, I did not.
Why are there so many Craigs on my
This always
participant
happens.
list?
I used to
I'm,
link
I'm
I'm really not sure.
All right, Craig, you're up.
Wait,
The real
so-
Craig?
That was sent to me.
It was
Oh,
okay. Then you do it, Midori Craig.
I'm on my phone. How do I do it? Okay,
Okay,
let's
then
see.
never mind. You can
okay,
do
hold
it.
on. I got it. Okay. I need to zoom in. Oh no. Hold on. This is so tiny, guys. If you see me right now, I'm so close to the phone.
An
Yes, we can.
oval, a nose, a table.
Coliseum.
Craig, what is listen?
He's cheating.
Yeah, he must know.
How can I cheat? I have no idea.
Because there was two Craigs, you have to be cheating.
Yes. Okay, so
Because
I
I
just
think Naomi.
no, you think oh boy, this is not good. We've worked together too long.
Yes.
Okay, so I just sent something to Bill Barrett. Bill, you gonna play with us?
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna try again.
You gonna try again?
No, I'm gonna try getting in and out. Hold on.
Oh,
Oh, just change the name. Can't you just change the name?
Bill, are you
Name
gonna
yourself.
draw?
Sure. How do I annotate on here?
Just hit draw at the top.
Top.
So there should be a thing that says view options when you hit the very top of it.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Annotate and you
Okay.
can draw.
So
Oh, that's where it is.
let's see here. So we'll go.
This one's a little bit difficult.
Wall,
House.
brick, corner,
Where?
cube,
That's
room,
An axe on a metric.
Overhang. An overhang.
it's
Pagoda.
House.
a house,
A roof.
A roof?
A roof.
not there.
Hip
Roof
roof?
is part of it.
Gable?
A gabled
more-
roof.
It's more having to do with what.
It's not taboo. It's not taboo.
Style. Architectural
What?
style.
what kind of-
Topology.
brick,
Construction methods.
facade,
It wasn't that hard.
laid brick,
no,
Sketching.
Siding.
No, none of those things. I'm gonna count to 10.
Chicken coop.
I realized I should have added it before.
opening, window,
That
Knee
was
wall.
8,
Wainscot.
9.
So it's this entire thing.
No, it's a log cabin. I'm not quite sure.
What?
I was trying to draw like little wood grains here, but I realized that kind of became more confusing.
I hear that. Okay, we're gonna do a couple more. I just sent something to Sarah. Come on, Sarah, and I'm gonna.
Okay.
You know,
Let's see. Oh my. Okay. All right, annotate. All right, here goes, guys. The pity I left my mouse downstairs. Actually, it should be like this.
oh, she's getting architectural on us.
This is not easy. Can I change colors? Okay, this is. Oh,
Oh, changing colors?
Oh boy.
wait, who's doing that? Oh my gosh. Can anybody guess what this is yet?
The Louvre?
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness, Amanda! Yes.
I was gonna put the glass. Okay, you got it. Good job.
I just sent something to Michaela.
I'm erasing. Okay.
Well, for some reason I can't share my screen. But I just got it.
So you just have to annotate Naomi's screen.
Yeah, just annotate my screen.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Floor plates.
We're getting some very technical architectural drawings here.
Yeah.
Levels.
Section?
Section.
Staircase.
I know people never like to do Pictionary with architects because we do way too much detail on our things.
Yeah, I'm like totally overthinking this.
Switch back there.
Egress.
Stairs, egress,
Oh,
Meridian.
Stairwell.
exit.
Longitudinal section.
This is so
Cross
funny.
section.
Building section?
oh, I
Is that a
guess.
fire escape?
What?
Attic.
Attic?
Hey, somebody got it. Oh my goodness.
What was it?
Who said attic?
Me?
Oh, me. Well,
Wait, what-
Midori and I.
Yeah.
Dory. Okay,
What
we're
was
gonna
it?
do. It was attic.
Oh.
All right, we're gonna do 2 more. I just sent something to Shania. And then I'm gonna end with a very easy one. You got it? Okay. It's hard to draw these
Is it a
these
column?
these architectural things on.
Column.
But what kind though?
Yeah.
Doric.
Doric.
Are you just guessing like randomly?
That's a Doric column.
Ionic.
No.
Ironic.
Corinthian.
Corinthians. So that would just be the next one, Francisco. So.
Or
Nice.
it could be the composite. Don't forget the composite.
I don't know how you got that from that, but very good, very good. Okay, the last one, and this is very easy.
Who are you sending it to?
I
Not
sent
me.
it to Francisco.
Okay, thank you. Don't
Actually, you know what? I'm going to send it to Lourdes since you said that.
No, 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 no.
Okay, I'm going to end with a very, very, very hard one, and I'm going to send it to Lourdes.
No.
All right.
Okay. You got it, Francisco?
Let me see. I'm trying to, because I'm on my phone.
Oh. That would be easy to do on your phone.
But let me see. I haven't gotten it.
In the chat?
That's what I'm
Send
checking
it to
right now.
me. You send it to me.
No, I sent it to him. I sent him another one too.
So
I
am
sent you the hard one.
Oh,
Wait
great.
until he's finished.
Okay.
Got it.
Let's try this.
Leaning Tower of Pisa.
I
Yes.
told that it would be easy. Okay, Lourdes, you have the last one, and it's going to be hard.
Oh, it is hard. I don't even
Let's
know
see
what to do.
what the designers in the office can figure it out.
No, no.
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
no. All right. My lines are supposed to be straight, by the way. I'm not
Structural grid.
close enough. Keep thinking. Keep thinking.
Ceiling grid.
Yes, she got it.
Close enough. Okay, close enough. All right, that's it, guys. I think Craig won because he guessed the first three answers.
He cheated.
He did cheat. He did cheat. How do I stop sharing? Oh my goodness. Oh, stop sharing. All right. So that's it. For the games, we're gonna have Lourdes introduce you to our office.
All right, so I get to share screen, right?
Yes, you get to show the screen.
Okay. Hopefully y'all can see what I'm seeing.
Yes.
Okay. So welcome to our MCHarry office crawl. And some of us are having mojitos. Here's my mojito. Let me see if I get this to work. No. Aha. So we're MCHarry and Associates. And as you know, this is WIA and a YAF office crawl. So Amanda Rosenfeld is our YAF chair, and she's doing a fantastic job getting all of these virtual office tours. I am Lourdes Solera, and I'm a principal at MCHarry, and also Women in Architecture chair. And Elizabeth Camargo, who I believe is somewhere in here too, is our co-chair. And I'm going to give her 2 seconds to put in her plug for an event we're having next month. Go for it.
All right, so right after the AIA Design and Awards Gala, you have 2 weeks to catch your breath, and we are having the 2020 Women's Leadership Summit. It will be a virtual event, of course. It starts on a Friday with a keynote speaker and the first session with the founders of the Women in Architecture, since we're celebrating 10 years of the committee. And on Saturday, we have the whole day with different sessions in different areas of leadership, including mentorship, leadership, and inclusion. And we have, just to mention we have 2 great keynote speakers. One is Tamara Eagle-Bow, and she's considered the first African American to be a licensed architect in the United States.
Native
I'm
American.
sorry, Native American. Sorry about that.
We'll claim her, you know.
Yeah, no, I think the first African American is no longer with us.
She's no longer with us.
Right. So they start earlier. So she's the first Native American to become licensed in this country. And we have also Mary Margaret Singren, and she is the executive director of the AIA Minnesota chapter. And she has been involved for a very long time with equity, diversity, and women causes within the profession. And we have another whole group of speakers, and we will have the opportunity to be in more private chat rooms and exchange ideas and discuss and bring to the forefront all the issues that have been preventing women to grow in the profession as much as they are capable of. And those are my 2 seconds of the plug-in.
Excellent, thank you. We have been in practice here in Miami for more than 60 years. We were founded in 1957 by a man by the name of Milton Carlisle Harry, hence the MCHarry. And we have been providing service to South Florida. Most of our work is in the Miami Tri-County area, and we do everything from libraries, courthouses, airports, schools, public sector really is our domain of projects. As I said, we were founded 63 years ago. We have been honored twice by our colleagues. In 2012, Florida made us Firm of the Year. In 2014, Firm of the Year. And Craig is usually the one that loves to tell this, that we are the most diverse firm in the county. But we are up until last week, we were 50-50 male and 50% female, but we just hired a young architect, so he skewed my numbers. But we have a variety of we reflect the community. This is us. A few of us, there might be a couple of missing. As I said, I'm Lourdes Solera. Craig Akar, who you will see in a little bit. He's my partner, and we're 3rd generation owners. And there's a group of people here that have been with us for more than 30 years, many more than 20. And then we have a whole new crowd of young graduates. Very exciting and to have them on board. So MCHarry is about making communities, and it's about the people. This is just a few samples of the work we've done. We've done work in Miami-Dade County. We've done libraries for Florida Gulf Coast. We have been working on the bottom right. You see the Miami-Dade County Courthouse. We have been doing work there for probably 30 plus years, doing practically one room at a time. We do schools, a lot of school board work. We do historic restoration work. This is the skylight at Vizcaya Museum and Gardens that we took out the old one and put in the new one. If you haven't visited, please do. I'm always surprised how many people in Miami have not been to Vizcaya. FIU, we've done a variety of projects at FIU, the library, and just across the corner, the Graham Center expansion. We do a lot of interior renovation work for FIU, and if you see Craig there on the left, he tends to be our model in our pictures, by the way. So we do a lot of the foundation renovation work. We've done, these are recent pictures of some recent projects we've completed. We do a lot of interior renovation work for Miami-Dade County and Broward Public Schools, and now Palm Beach School Board. This is one, if any of you went to Southwest Senior High, we're just finishing, literally replacing all of the glass with new colored glass. So it really makes the building look new. We do a lot of auditorium work for FIU. Their classrooms are always trying to make them more impressive. If you've flown internationally, this is our, as you leave the international section and after or before you've passed through immigration, you go through this ramp, plus all the things. Also for FIU in the North Campus, we have renovated their old student union, is what I call it, the Wolf Center, to sort of the 20th century. And this is one of our projects that is a unique project. It is a salmon farm. Yes, you heard correctly, a salmon farm in Homestead, Florida. It is roughly almost 9-10 acres under a building, and they have huge tanks that are, the picture here doesn't show it, but they're 50 feet in diameter. This is currently in construction. They plan to produce several million pounds of salmon from Homestead. So hopefully within the next year, you'll be able to buy your Homestead from our local Publix. This is the North Campus at Miami-Dade College. We did their first building expansion in probably 25 years back in the early 2000s. We're very much about diversity and inclusiveness. We have very much a family-oriented approach. This happens to be a little bit of an old picture because several of these kids are all grown up, but we do, MCHarry believes in a family approach. We all know each other, we hang out with each other, we travel together. We went to New York just for the day, one day. Sometimes they go to Europe on crazy trips. We like to cruise. We did a cruise a couple of years ago, last year, as a matter of fact, for Christmas. We also participate in the one time that everybody was trying to run. I'm not sure how successful we were, but we had a good time in the corporate run a couple of years ago. We go bowling. It's very competitive. Every Halloween, we get dressed for Halloween, and we've gotten so good at it, we can even Photoshop people that weren't there when we took the picture and they showed up in their Halloween a little bit later. So we have one every year. We go painting sometimes. We do sketching every couple of months. We try to do a little sketch, and so we try to have fun while we're at it, including going to the beach at times as well. And this is our new fun thing that we're doing, which is ping pong. And we had our ping pong tournament, I believe, last week. I think it was a week before last. 2 Thursdays ago.
That was the winning shot that Craig
Yes.
did in the finals.
Yes.
Poorly.
Yes. Let me see if I can get this to work. There we go. We also encourage community involvement. So we do Architecture Day, at the schools when they do Career Day. We've done competitions, photo competitions of the schools we have built, and we get the kids to take pictures. We'll go to career fairs for high school. We'll present, what architecture is all about for the parents. We participate in panels to do mentoring, the male perspective to put Craig's point of view. We do all kinds of things that give back to the community. We're very much professionally involved with the AIA. I was recently elected to be the AIA Florida president in 2022, and Craig just got elected last week to be AIA Miami's 2022 president. So we're a little nuts because we're both going to be presidents on the same year, but we have a great staff. They'll help us. Naomi's on the board of directors. I am on the committee for women in architecture. Naomi's also on the committee for women in architecture. Craig is part of the Architects in the Making committee chair, along with Josiah, one of our staff. Craig, the BAM, which is Black Architects in the Making, was founded by Craig, and he and Naomi are the co-chairs. We're also involved with IIDA. Midori Shim is on the board as vice president, and Lisette Musaboy, also from our office, is very involved. And this includes being part of a panel. Here's our shameless plug for our Women Leadership Summit next month that we're hoping everybody can attend to. We do all kinds of panel participation. And then we mix those two together. How do we give back to the community? and it's by the AIM and BAM projects, as well as participating in career days. So here's a couple of pictures of our AIM summer camp this year, which in fact was virtual. We had to, Craig, I don't want to say we, Craig had to get inspired along with Josiah from our office to how do we make this virtual? How do we recreate? If you see the picture on the top left, it is the University of Miami studio where we always met. So here's the Minecraft version on the bottom right. And the kids really did a fantastic job for 2 weeks, collaborating as a team and building their designs in Minecraft. So we've all have to learn to adjust to this new virtual mode. And BAM, which is Black Architects in the Making, is something that Craig is very proud of fostering. As everybody knows, the participation of African American in our profession is very low, very, very low. And so he and Naomi, plus several other people in the office, will do visits to different locations without the community. This is a paper tower project that they've done. The kids really learn what architecture is about and how to, build their own little houses, and it really is very exciting for the kids to do. They really learn, and they can, emulate. You become what you see, and this is a great way to help that. Ultimately, Craig and I have fun, and our office has fun, and we are very much an office that enjoy working with each other, enjoy working with our clients, and we're happy to have been here for so many, many, many years. And I now throw it back to Amanda or Naomi, one of the two.
Craig is going to take us on a walk through the office. Are you ready, Craig?
All right, so I got to stop sharing. How does this work? I don't know how this works. You got it? So
And if you guys
sharing,
have any
done.
questions, you can put it in the chat or ask it. I think it's a little bit informal. Are you ready, Craig? Oh, there we go. With the pirate beard.
Your fingers in the camera.
I think he did that purposely.
Okay.
All right, let me take you to the front and you guys tell me if you can see okay. Naomi, be
Don't
my...
make us dizzy though. The last time you made us very dizzy.
All right, so can you see okay?
Yes.
Yep.
All right. Maybe I should...
Dizzy?
Are you trying to make us dizzy? We see you. We don't see, we see you.
Let me share my screen. Is
We
that
also
over-
told you to put on a wig because it was a WIA event also. What happened?
We can see you. We can see you. The screen is shared.
Screen is fine?
Yes.
Perfect, perfect.
We just don't see the office.
All right, let's go.
All right.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Welcome
right,
to MC
so-
Harry.
Welcome to MC Harry. This is our reception area. Typically, you would see Jackie here. Say hello, Elena. Elena is our marketing coordinator and our fantastic star at getting us some wonderful jobs. Then we go around here. MC Harry is very proud of the fact that we have an open door policy. The only doors that we have is towards the conference room here. And of course, doors that close off the office. Otherwise, we have no doors. And right here is Lourdes. Say hello, Lourdes. And my office is over here. Lourdes and I pretty much share space together so we can talk. And we like that. Except of late with Zoom calls.
Yes.
Then around the back here, we have our project managers. And of course, a lot of these guys are working from home and are out. This is our Main Street or collaboration area where we review drawings together, etc. We do have two offices back here. Andrea and Elisa. Over here is where we have our brains of the office, the servers and backup servers. We have two plotters.
Why are we seeing all of that?
because that's the brains of the office right here.
That's what Craig works on a lot.
For Southridge. Say hello, Lissette. And Midori. Hi, Midori. This is our conference room. I like to think of this as the situation room. It is set up for a lot of virtual workshops for BAM and for other calls. And we do a lot of writing on our whiteboard back there and presentation prep inside this room. On the other side of the office here, we have a similar kind of setup for two other senior people who are not here. Our break room is back here. And yes, we do have to unplug our coffee machine at the end of every day. This is the north side of the office. Say hello, Josiah. Hello. Josiah is our AIM co-chair and the brains behind Minecraft. And this is Cameron, the newest addition to our family. And Naomi sits all the way back here.
With the broken thing that you broke before they...
We have a couple of other people back there. And this is the latest addition to our conference room table, our table tennis board that keeps us going. And yes, this is the robot that I purchased so I can play table tennis when everyone is gone in the evening. This is our small conference room with virtual meeting capability for larger collaboration type meetings. And pretty much that takes us back to the front of our office. That has been your tour. Thank you very much for visiting MCHarry.
Thank you, Craig. And we didn't get dizzy that bad.
Right. No motion sickness?
No motion sickness. So I don't know if anybody had any questions for us.
No questions?
Yeah, I actually have a question. This one is going to be addressed to everybody, kind of. What is something that you wish you had done while still in school or directly after graduating?
I wish I wish I had actually worked in an office to kind of understand what that was before I was, you know, dumped into reality. But besides that, I loved school, so I don't really think I missed much because I did travel. I did have an exchange one semester in Europe, and if people are able to do it, it's really something that everybody should, if possible, do, because it really, now you can see what that history that you're learning looks like versus just the pictures that you see on the slides.
Mine would have been to travel more. I actually did work while I was in college, so I'm the opposite of Lourdes. But yeah, doing the exchange program in school, and then when I left, you know, just to kind of do more traveling before I actually started working, take care of a family. That's what I'm thinking.
Several of our office staff are here, so please don't be shy and answer. And I know who you are because I can see you. So.
I don't know if I got the question fully because I was coming back in when you asked the question. How do you pronounce your name?
Shenya.
Shenya.
Yeah. My question was, what is something you wish you had done directly after graduating or while you were still in school?
Yeah, I would say become involved in the professional organizations like NOMAS or AIAS to really start to rub shoulders with the professionals within the industry. So you're networking, you're getting to, be among people who are already part of the profession, and that will help you not just to know them, but for them to know you and your potential, and it will also help you grow. Participate in these organizations, and it will definitely help your career as you proceed.
Cameron wanted to tell us what right, Cameron?
Yeah, can you guys hear me? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so I just graduated in April. So for me, like that wasn't too long ago. I would just say just really put yourself in situations where you can experiment. I think that's something that I tried to do, and I don't know. I feel like it makes architecture worthwhile as far as like while you're in school, you have this level of freedom to kind of imagine. And so I think just really take advantage to just whatever crazy idea you have, just try to see how you can create it.
And since Cameron just came on, what I was recommending just now to Shania, to get involved in things like NOMAS and AIAS, I discovered Cameron's talent from those organizations, and we knew him before the interviews, so we knew his talent, we knew his capability before he came on board. So he's a testimony to that.
Esther and Midori, there's several of my staff. It's your turn.
So kind of touch bases on that, the organization. The year that I graduated, IIDA South Florida chapter. Just so you know, I studied interior architecture. So IIDA is the equivalent of AIA, right? And I wish I was more involved in that network when it first started in the chapter for FIU. That's where I graduated, because it really does open your eyes and lets you network with others that you would have never spoken to unless you were in a firm or if you were going to these big signature events. So I, as a student, wish I was more involved in that, and really got involved in details as well. When you're in school, you kind of just stay in the conceptual era, and you just think that, okay, well, if I make this pretty, it's going to work like this. And, not everything gets held up with bubble gum and paper clips. So it's really important to know how things are actually built in the real world. And you have so many references, from your bathroom to an office you go to a hotel, and from the exterior, interior, the plumbing. So I wish I had spent more time looking at those things and not seeing it as that's someone else's job, because in reality, it gets put into your job day in and day out. So that's one thing I would have been wanting to be more involved in.
In my case, I think it would be the opposite of Midori, because since I was at school and at the office at the same time, but doing my projects at school, I was always like, okay, this has to be aligned. What about the structure? What about the plumbing? And I shouldn't be thinking about those things in school. In school, I should have been more crazy and create things that I won't be able to do now. So I think that would be my regret. Maybe in some of my projects, I could have been more crazy.
You don't think you can get crazy and innovative with HVAC replacement repair projects, no?
No, I realize that now.
Any more questions?
Mariana wants to say something.
Oh, sorry.
Hi. In my experience, I think I'm having like the best of both worlds, because I've been with MCHarry for 2 years while I'm doing my master's in architecture. So I'm still in school Tuesdays and Thursdays. So I just went out of class and I'm just doing these crazy things. And then tomorrow when I go back to the office, it's everything about thinking more than, like Midori said, like don't paste things with bubble gum, right? So every every week I learn something different in the office, and I learn how to do things properly. But I also have the advantage of go to school and be creative. And as Judith said, it is sometimes difficult because the professors tell you to go crazy and invent crazy things. And I'm like, well, it should be 15 feet tall so that the fire truck can come. And the professors are like, don't think about that. You're not supposed to. So it's kind of a struggle, but I'm kind of very grateful for it because I will be out of school and I will have like a lot of knowledge. And I like to be part of the office and get involved. And like Craig said, connecting with people is really important. So I think the opportunity to work at MCHarry opens a lot of doors for you. That's it for me.
Yeah, something I was going to say that I kind of noticed at the tail end of finishing my master's was making sure you develop your portfolio. So, you know, your semester ends and you put everything away, stick it in your hard drive, and you never see it again until you graduate. And then you're expected to apply for work and you don't have a consolidated, you know, set of documents or a book to put together. And it's not something you can do in a month. It's really something you want to pay a lot of attention to. So if I were you, you know, as your semesters end, try to think of a consolidated design that you want for your portfolio and start achieving it, because at the end it's going to be a lot more difficult and you're going to want it when everyone's applying.
That is great advice, Esther. Not one I would have thought of, so that's a great idea. Anybody else have any other questions?
Yeah, I have one. Since we're on the topic of talking about portfolios and such, what are things that you guys look for when you're looking at, you know, resumes, portfolios? Specifically, like, are you looking for certain softwares, or are you more interested in kind of the design concepts that you're seeing in that portfolio?
We look for everything. I mean, I know that sounds like a cop-out answer. I mean, we do want to know that you are up to date in the software that we're using, which is, you know, AutoCAD migrating to Revit. We like most of the students nowadays do fantastic jobs with 3Ds, and you know, softwares I haven't even heard of. But we look at that, and we also look at what kind of things you've done, what type of projects, you know, how much did you put yourself out there? In other words, did you take a risk and design something that perhaps was a little bit different than what everybody else in your class was doing, but you know, this is something you strongly believe in. You know, let's say you're into affordable housing, and you really focus your designs and your ideas behind that, and it shows in the type of work that you present. And obviously, if you're involved in your student organizations, that for us tells us that you really are interested in the profession, not just in your own little bubble. So those are the kind of things that we're looking for, and you know, a willingness to ask questions, to share your passion and to follow the passion, and that's, you know, kind of hard to quantify, but you know, that's the beauty of individual meetings with potential staff, which virtual makes it a little more challenging, but nevertheless, that's why, you know, that personal contact, we've made it. We've hired Cameron that way, and I know several firms in around the country that have successfully hired people virtually. So it's, you know, it's nice to get to know people that way. That's for me. I don't know what Craig's specific ideas are.
Well, I think you covered everything very well, Lourdes. So, you know, we're looking for people who want to learn and who want to be in an environment where you're going to be a sponge, absorbing as much as you can. People who are willing to participate and become a part of the office family, you know. So we know, you know, if you have attended the University of Miami or FIU or FAU, FAMU, wherever, you would have gone through a certain level of academic rigor. So we know you have the potential and so forth. Of course, your portfolio is important, but I think the attitude is just as important as well, you know. So we try to ask questions that would get that kind of response to see, you know, what type of person you really are and how would you mesh with the existing family that is here, you know. Yeah, that's what I would add.
I have a question.
Michaela, what's your question?
Yes. Oh, sorry. I didn't know if you guys could hear me. I was just wondering what, how you guys felt about like working in Miami in terms of like the climate and what kind of challenges that poses in your design.
Where are you calling from, Michaela?
I'm actually calling from the campus, but I'm from Boston. So one of my like challenges that I'm trying to figure out is like what, you know, design looks like in different climates and, you know, how it would look in Boston, for example, as opposed to Miami. And this is my first time in Miami and in this kind of a climate. So I'm just very curious what like.
I was trying to look for actually a building that we did that will talk a little bit about Miami and responses to resiliency, responses to climate, response to the brief, of course. But, you know, Miami is pretty much Caribbean, if you want to call it that, in a sense. We're pretty much near to the sea. We are encountering the same type of you know, hurricane and season changes pretty much like the rest of the Caribbean. But there's a slight difference in that, you know, we have a little bit more resources as a country than some other Caribbean islands. Our architecture touches on Caribbean move and some more of the continental type architecture. But I do like when our architecture respond to the climate, context of the site, cost, type of construction that we're doing, and have a concept that is responding to the various elements I've just mentioned. It shouldn't be a building that you can place anywhere else in the world. It should be site specific and it should respond to the particular site. You know what I mean? That's what makes architecture different from place to place. We do see some examples of buildings that are great examples here in Miami of responding to our climate and our context. And we also see some examples of buildings that they look good, but they can be placed anywhere else in the United States or in the world. And, you know, it's not necessarily what we'd be looking for, but, you know, let a million flowers bloom, as they say. Everybody have a reason for doing what they're doing. The building I was looking for is the Dinner Key Marina Dockmaster project. That project responded to resiliency in an excellent way in that after Hurricane Irma, City of Miami staged part of their rescue operation from that building. It endured a tremendous amount of beating from that coconut grove marina right there. The sea surged and it battered that building, and the building withstood all of that kind of battering. Yeah. And directly after the hurricane, it was used as a response site to, you know, for police, fire rescue, and for local governmental response. As you can see, the building is elevated, so it is above the flood criteria level. And what's on the ground floor could be sacrificed. What's on the upper floors were used as offices, storerooms, conference rooms, you know, media areas, etc. So that was an part of the brief, of course, but also a great response to resiliency within the Coconut Grove area.
And we always have to respond to what the client's asking for. What are their expectations? What the setting around it is? What are their visions? What's their project cost? I mean, how much money do they have to spend? We have plenty of clients who have lots of demands and lots of wishes, but don't have the budget for it. So part of our job really is to distill what they want, what they need, and what they can afford, and try to provide a solution that solves all of those within the context of Miami, per se. Hopefully that answers your question.
Yes, it does. Thank you guys so much.
You're welcome.
I'm going to ask a question. What's your favorite part about working at MCHarry?
You can say the Pirate King.
My favorite part of working at MCHarry is the family oriented. You know, in other words, we all like each other. We really enjoy the work. I mean, some of our work is what I like to call, you know, grungy miscellaneous stuff that Judith gets very excited about because she has to do re-roofing and she has to do bathroom elevations and you know, AC, but you learn something every day. So the favorite part is, you know, how can we learn? How can we take that simple little project and design a solution that solves the problem for the client? And it doesn't have to be a $300 million courthouse or embassy in New Delhi. It is, have you solved the problem that the client had? And we are proud that we believe we do that, and our clients are repeat clients. So I would take that as a testament that we are solving their problems, and it's, you know, and it's fun. And then, you know, I don't object to coming to work every morning. I mean, I could be working from my house, but here I am, you know. So that's for me. And I've been here for 20 plus years, so.
For me, I've been here for 20 years also, just about. It's other than the family environment, which is very, very important to me, especially being here when I was a single mom. I've always referred to MCHarry as a teaching office. It's somewhere where, you know, we have a lot of younger interns while they're in school, whether it be high school or college, working and going to school at the same time, and then actually getting a job like Judith right out of college after she's interned with us for 2 years. And it's really that collaboration, and no question whatsoever is silly, stupid, small, simple. Ask it. We will tell you all about it. That's how I learned in the office, very much, and imparting that on everybody else. And I'm also learning from everybody else in the office too. So that's really what it is. It's that environment.
I tell people I worry when there's no questions.
Yes.
I think that for me, that's actually an easy question. And it's the thing about teaching, because I started working there when I was in my 3rd year in architecture school. And I think that if I were in another film, I was petrified my first day because I didn't know what to do. But in MCHarry, every single day, I ask a lot of questions to a lot of people. And with the smile on their faces, they always tell me what to do. Like, I'm never afraid if I'm going to get a project that I don't know what do I have to do there, because I know that I can ask someone next to me and they will explain it to me. And I think that's something important, at least for me, that I'm never intimidated to do. Like, I can take risks. I'm always like comfortable in any project that I'm working on. Oh, I've been working also with a lot of different people, a lot of different project managers. All of them have their things to do, but like they're different, they're not the same, but you learn from each one of them. And it's been so easy, honestly, that I think that was the thing that after 3 years, it was super easy to decide to stay in MCHarry. I don't know, I think it's the teaching part, the best part of MCHarry.
I'll agree with you, Judith. I'll chime in on that teaching part. By the time I came to MCHarry, I've already been working for a while, and I've dealt with working at a general contractor's office. I've worked as an intern in an architectural office. And, you know, I've never been taught as much as I have been in MCHarry. Also having the opportunity to talk to clients and work on my own projects. I've never had that opportunity before, and it feels good to see that my principals, my bosses, my supervisors have the confidence that I want you to grow. We're going to give you something so you develop more, and you are going to learn more this way as well. So you're not being thrown into, you know, a material library and working there all day. You're going to be hands-on on everything from scope of work to the construction administration. You know, you will know your project inside and out.
Yeah, like you're treated like a seed and they want you like to grow. That's what they want. They want your best. So you're not only like doing renderings for 6 years or only doing construction administration because you're good at it. Like you're forced to work in different stages of the project so you know how to handle it completely. So I think that's another part. Like they want you to evolve as an architect.
If I could say something, even though I've been here the shortest amount of time, I think what's been so valuable, especially in my start, is feeling that support. Because I think, like, coming out of school, I had a game plan, but I didn't know exactly how that was gonna go. And then like COVID hit and everything, and I would say for me, like I interned with the firm while I was like in school, and I couldn't ask any questions, and it just felt like I was going somewhere where I had to like hope that my seat was going to be there the next day. And I don't know, every day I've been in, it's just been like super comfortable as far as the level of engagement, the questions that I can ask, and just the fact that like I feel like I'm being invested into. And I think that's really important, especially for those who are about to graduate or in school. Like you want to go somewhere where you feel that you're being invested into, and the people around you. It's like, you know, it's like, it's a team effort, right? It's like, you know, they're rooting for you, because ultimately like you're a part of the team. So that's been it for me. And yeah.
For me, other than the teachers, is the learning process. The projects managers trust you to take care of things like you have no idea what to do, but they trust you enough to put you in charge of certain things. So you have to learn, like you're pushed to learn. I mean, they send you to review consultants plans, mechanical plans, electrical. They're not just sending you to draft lines. They're teaching you to think, to coordinate things, to make a sense of things. And I think that's very valuable because when people ask me, I believe that in school, I have learned 40% of what I know, like software, it's great, yes, massing. But in the office, the teaching process is just amazing. Like I've only been working for 2 years, and I think that I have learned so much. And the teachers, I mean, the project managers, they're patient with you. They treat you as like if you make a mistake, they just correct you and guide you to do things right. And I think that's very valuable in this office. Like the teachers are just amazing.
We did not prep them for that.
No,
So
I'm tearing up a little bit, Lourdes.
Wonderful for us. Thank you.
I want to say something, and I'm really grateful for MCHarry. It's a great, transparent firm. I have worked in different other firms as well, in other states. So when I moved to Florida, through the AIA, I met Lourdes, and that's how I got into MCHarry, and that's the best thing that happened to me. It's transparent, it's a great learning experience, but also it's extremely family oriented. I've been very, very fortunate to be a part of this great team. And I appreciate MCHarry a lot for everything that all the interns said. We have great interns, by the way, amazing. So it's been a great experience. Thank you, MCHarry.
So I have no vested interest in be talking well or talking poorly about the firm, but I was young one day and I also worked for different firms, and you guys can't imagine how fortunate you are to be working this kind of environments with the kind of mentorship you're receiving. That's something that you don't find very often. in most of the firms around here. So congratulations, MCHarry.
Thank you.
So Amanda, do you want me to close off with, we're going to close off on a great note, right? So we're going to do another plug for the WIA Summit, the Women in Architecture Summit, October 23rd to 25th. On the lines of teaching, my involvement with BAM, Black Architects in the Making, and Women in Architecture has really taught me a lot. Things that I never learned in school, and it's actually a shame because we should know these things. So I'm going to ask you some trivia questions, 5 trivia questions, right? They're hard.
Naomi's our trivia person.
Okay, so they're hard. But whoever gets them most correctly, we're going to give 50% off to the WIA Summit. What do you call it? Tickets. For the tickets, yes. So these are things that, again, they're about women in architecture. I don't know, do you want them to just say it out loud, or you want them to type it, Amanda? And obviously, WIA people cannot answer these questions.
I think people should say it out loud.
Say it out loud. I think so. Okay. So, who was the first woman to take home architectural's highest honor, the Pritzker Architecture Prize? Not you, Lourdes. Colleen? Well, if you're going to go to the summit anyways, who's going to tell me? Guess. You can guess.
Starts with a Z.
Oh, really,
Colleen?
Sorry. Zaha Hadid. Imagine that. It took until 2004 for the first female to be awarded the highest honor. Okay, in that same vein, who is the first woman to receive posthumously after she died the AIA Gold Medal, the American Institute of Architects' highest honor? Not you, Lourdes.
I know.
No. And what is really sad is that the AIA was founded in 1857, and it took over 100 years for this to happen. So that was Julia Morgan. Nobody on. Look at that. Bill Barrett said Julia Morgan before I said it. Okay, so Bill gets two answers. All right. Okay. Who is the brain? This is pretty simple. This is an easy one. Who is the brains behind one of the most famous furniture companies and regarded as the guardian of the interior design industry in the 1950s? Jason Hagopian got that one. Okay, good. Okay, which famous female architect's husband, who was also famous, died in 2018? Nope. Jason Hagopian said Stern. So her husband, who was a famous architect, died in 2018, but we want to know the woman's name.
Husband, I don't even know that.
You don't even know that? Okay, so Louis Kahn died in 2018.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Who was? Isn't it sad that we have to define by the husband? But yes.
Well, except that she wasn't really married to him.
Well, you don't need to be that conservative, Lourdes. Come on.
Partners.
I was going to say Mrs. Khan, but I have the wrong.
Denise got wrong. Okay, I'm going to do two more. Okay. So this one was just really sad. I just found this out, recently, again, through BAM. Oh my goodness. Who was the first African-American woman to become a licensed architect in the United States? So far, Bill is winning. No answers? Okay, you'll remember this. In 1959, Norma Merrick Sklarick. She was the first African-American. And then the last question, and if you think about this, she was very, very young, in her early 20s. Who was the first and only woman in architecture, not action architect, but woman in architecture, to win the Presidential Medal of Honor given to her by Obama? Anyone?
Maya Lin.
Maya Lin. Did you Google that?
No.
Good job.
No.
Good job.
He just used to work for us, so he knows these things.
Very, very good job. Okay, well, Bill, you got 2 points and you got 50% off to the WIA conference. Listen, the WIA conference is not just for women, honestly, 100%. So there you go.
So, Naomi, can I ask a question to make
Sure.
sure they were paying attention to my first plugin? Who
Uh-oh.
was the first Native American woman to become a registered architect in the US?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, I was talking
Tamara.
to deaf ears, huh?
The Tamara.
Yes.
Eagle.
Yeah, you are in the right track, right?
Yeah, by the way, I definitely need to be introduced to her because I want to do something with Native Americans and students in architecture where that is concerned. I must give another plug to WIA. I attended their conference, was it last year or a year before last? And
2 years ago.
2 years
2
ago.
years ago.
Fantastic, fantastic,
Mhm.
fantastic, fantastic. I can't say enough about it. I was one of few men there, but this thing is not only for females. It is eye-opening, and I really enjoyed my time there. So I'll be going back again this year for sure, and I encourage more men to participate for sure.
Yes, as I usually say, it's a two-way road, so we need the men on across the aisle because only together we can change the situation.
By the way, Craig, I just counted there are 8 of you in this event.
Well, actually,
great. That's
one
not
of those
bad. That's pretty good.
one of those Craigs was actually Virgil. I don't know if you saw him pop in for like a second, which is kind of funny. But
That is hilarious.
I just want to thank everyone at MCHarry for participating. It was a great office crawl, and like I said before, hopefully we can do an in-person one when we get safer.
Thank you, Amanda and Colleen.
Thank you, Amanda.
Thank you, everyone, for joining, and we hope to
MCHarry.
see you at both the virtual gala and the virtual YA, well, not YA, WI, Women in Architecture. I'm so used to YF, Women in Architecture Summit. So thank you, everyone.
Great job. Thank you,
All right,
everybody.
guys.
Good
Thank you.
night.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Night.
Bye. Good night.